Hey guys, welcome back to another Simply Dark episode. In today's video, I am going to be talking about one of the most requested topics here on my channel. The legend of Atlantis. Many of you have requested this, so I have all the information I gathered here for you, so let's get started. The legend of Atlantis was created by Plato more than 2000 years ago, and although many believe it to be based on a true story, there is no evidence to suggest that Atlantis was indeed real. However, that didn't seem to slow down the growing number of people that believe Atlantis is real, and even today this legend is one of the most popular and fascinating ones out there. Now, what does the legend say? Atlantis is the home to a spiritual, highly advanced utopian civilization and was created by half gods, half human beings. According to Plato, Atlantis was made up of concentric islands separated by wide moats and linked by a canal that penetrated to the center island. And there, in the center of the island, was the great capital city. The lush islands contained gold, silver, a variety of powerful crystals, and it also supported a lot of rare exotic wildlife. Now, the problem started when this civilization started to get greedy. They started to think only about profits and only about what they can gain, and this made the gods that created Atlantis really upset. And because the people of Atlantis had completely lost their way, as a punishment, the gods sent terrible fires and earthquakes that eventually caused Atlantis to sink and disappear into the sea. Now, Plato first told this legend at around 360 BC, and according to him, Atlantis existed 9,000 years before his time. And he also claimed that the story of Atlantis was passed down by poets, priests, and others. But the thing is, Plato's stories about Atlantis are the only records of its existence. Now, there are many theories out there about where Atlantis is hiding. Some people say that it is off the coast of Spain.
One clue lies in the Canary Islands, off the coast of North Africa. Some believe these islands to be the remains of Atlantis, all that's left after it was sunk to the bottom of the sea by the gods.
Some even say that it's under Antarctica.
Chases all over the world in search of Atlantis. It's been located as far north as the Arctic, as far south as Antarctica.
But the truth is, we don't know for sure, and we don't even know if it actually existed in the first place. And there are also people that claim that Plato took inspiration on a real story to write the legend of Atlantis. An explorer called Robert Ballard says that about 3,600 years ago, a massive volcanic eruption devastated the island of Santorini near Greece.
The eruption of Santorini was a massive event. It was one of the biggest natural catastrophes that ever occurred during prehistoric and historic times. It was one of the largest volcanic eruptions during the past 10,000 years. Definitely an event that leaves a trace in legends.
At At the time, a highly advanced society called Minoans, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, lived on Santorini and disappeared suddenly at about the same time as the volcanic eruption. And because of this, a lot of people believe that Plato may had taken inspiration on this real life event. But the thing is, Santorini couldn't be Atlantis because the time of the eruption on the island does not coincide with when Plato said Atlantis was destroyed. Now, because there is no proof that Atlantis actually existed, and because the only written document that talks about Atlantis is Plato's book, what most people believe is that Atlantis is just a story created by Plato's imagination. And a lot of people say that the story of Atlantis was created by Plato to convey some of his philosophical theories. He was dealing with a number of issues at the time, and that could be reflected into his work. Now, out there is also a lot of theories about the magical powers that surrounded Atlantis and how incredible advanced this civilization was, but this is all speculation, and I am not going to get into that in this video because for this episode I only wanted to give you the facts. But this episode is only part 1, so I will be back next week with part 2, where I will be covering some of the most amazing theories about the Atlantis online. So if you guys wanna enter into the magical world of Atlantis, don't forget to come back next week. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my episodes get out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.